Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are doing gameplay with the most expensive card in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, which is GOAT Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, my guy Bart is letting me use his account to record this video. I asked him how much he spent, and he answered me honestly and told me I could share it with y'all. He spent $700 and 12 million MT on packs. Now, 12 million MT, I don't know exactly how many packs that is, but I know it's a little bit over. If you're doing just regular singles, it's a little bit over 1,000 singles. Now, 1,000 singles in a 50 box is about 2 grand. So I'm gonna estimate to get this card realistically, including the HOF boxes. If you bought both weeks of HOF boxes, you'd get 12 invincible pieces, plus the mobile ones are another, you can get 9 per week, so that's 18. So that's 18 that you can get for $400. That's $800. You have to get 15 more from packs if you were to wait on the HOF boxes and you're just buying it. Realistically, it's $2,500 or more. Let's just put it that way. Very simple. Unbelievable amount of money. Would never recommend it in a million years, but I am excited to try the card. And I still think, I mean, even 12 million MT and $700 is mind-boggling. It really is. That being said, I'm really excited to try the card out, and I can't wait to use him. So he's 7'2". He's got every single stat on 99, of course, and he's got every single legend badge in the game as a base card. He is absolutely cracked in every single way. Now, with that being said, as insane as he is he really that much better than, for example, in any of the other invincible cards? Like, is he even better than Wemby? Is he better than a Shaq? I mean, he's probably better than Shaq a little bit, but look, the stakes. He's got Francis size up, he's got Trey escape, and he's got Curry escape, and he's got Trey behind the back. It's pretty standard stuff. Now, the jumper is amazing. Of course, it's really, really good, really, really smooth. And I would say the jumper is probably overall a bit better than Shaq's, a bit better than Wemby's. It's Steph base, Oscar up on very quick, and it's very good. That being said, I mean, no card in the history of MyTEAM is worth $12 million or 12 million MT and $700. No card's ever been worth $2,500. You should never in a million years get this card. This card is extremely rare. Almost nobody has him, which I think is a good sign, in all honesty, for this game. Because I personally think that, I mean, you don't want this stuff to be normalized. You know what I mean? Is he amazing? 100%. Is he probably the best card in the game? Probably, but not by a significant enough margin to where I think it's that, I mean, it's anything close to even generally worth, you know what I mean? Like, Dikembe Mutombo's 600 KMT and not that much worse than this card. They have relatively similar jumpers. Sure, this card moves a lot better, but they're both 7'2" with nearly 9 on everything and great badges. Like, you can compete without these cards. You don't need them. They're not, I mean, they are OP, I get it, but it's not worth spending the ridiculous amount of money you have to spend on these types of cards to get them. It's just not, plain and simple. So don't FOMO yourself. You will regret it. That being said, I am looking forward to using this card, and I'm sure he's going to be incredible. I'm surprised they gave him the bald player build. I wish he had his other player build, but you know what? Who cares? The card's going to be cracked nonetheless, and I guess I'm not surprised because the card art is bald. So that being said, let's hop into a game. Let's see what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can do. Oh, we're playing against Ambish. Y'all are, for some of y'all have been in the 2K community for a long time. Y'all know Ambish. He's probably streaming right now, in all honesty. His team is absolutely cold. Shout out my guy Ambish, good dude, and a great 2K player. He's 67 wins tier 2. He's played a lot of Showdown this season apparently, and his team is great. I mean, he's got Dark Matter Mark Eaton, he's got Invincible, he had Invincible Paul George, Invincible Giannis, 100 overall Tim Duncan, and Invincible Paul George. Like, really good squad. That being said, he doesn't have Giannis, as great as Kareem, as good as his team is. That is not a card that he has access to, and so we'll see what happens here. We'll see if he can get any sort of stops against Kareem in this gameplay. That's a really nice step back right there, and a good confident shot. And you know what? I'm really excited to see what this card can do, man. Obviously, the honest truth is I don't think he's that different than like the regular Invincibles. In terms of SIGs, like, he's got basically the same SIGs as a Shaq or a Wemby has, and those guys have great jumpers, but so does Kareem. You know what I mean? Yeah, he moves ridiculous, but they do too. Now, is his jumper probably better than both of their jumpers? I would say yes. I think the jumper is probably the one thing where I'm like, yeah, he's definitely noticeably better than the other Invincibles, just due to the jumper being a bit better. But Dikembe's jumper is amazing. You know what I mean? There are a lot of cards with good shots at this point there, and there's going to be a lot more. A card like this, as great as he is not a card you need. Like, even 100 overall Wilt, 100 overall Shaq, 100 overall KP. None of those cards he's that much better than. Again, Dark Matter with Dikembe, Dark Matter Eaton. I'm sure there's gonna be other good Dark Matters. Dark Matter Kareem. Guys like that are all ridiculously amazing cards too. Now, he's just gonna leave me open, apparently. I don't think that's the defensive strategy that I personally would employ. We have a very instantaneous, basically 8 points. So that's nice. That's a good defense against the step back. Wilt with the board. And we're gonna run the floor in transition here. Throw it over to Kareem. Kareem with the pump fake. We're gonna go middle with him, and he's gonna, why is he backing up? I mean, holy smokes. Haven't missed yet. That's rare in 2K25. With the way RNG shooting is, you generally miss, and we are not missing right now. He is looking ridiculous. I mean, the card is just absolutely looking, God, he's crazy, bro. He's so cold. This isn't 2K21. You can't dribble ISO the way we used to be able to, unfortunately. Ambish used to be one of the best ISO dribblers in my team and in 2K in general. But unfortunately, you can't really play like that anymore, which is a shame. But Francis size up again. Boom, double escape. I wanted to shoot it, but I'm finally gonna have to pick the ball up here for possession. And now we're just gonna go right back to our pick and fade though instead. Behind the back, Garland dribble style pop, green. Holy crap! Oh my gosh, mate. I don't know. He is probably the best card in the game. Like, the card is insane, but I'm also greening with him like really consistently right now. I'm playing well for sure. I would say I'm playing better than I generally would in the average gameplay. So I'm greening every single shot, but he's doing some ridiculous things, bro. I mean, I don't know what you're even supposed to say right now. Like, I finally missed. I feel like that's just an RNG miss. I don't feel like that's a miss where I missed the shot. I've made 5 shots in a row, including 4 threes. Eventually, I'm going to have to miss. Like, that's 2K25 for you, right? I don't know. He's playing out of his absolute mind right now. Easy board. Mark Eaton's just not fast enough. Now, Tim Duncan is fast enough, but Tim Duncan also is not Kareem. That is not even... I actually feel like that's not that bad of a shot. Maybe that's a psychotic thing to say, but I low-key didn't hate that shot. Even that with a very, very small window there. This jumper feels like you can literally shoot anything and have success. I mean, oh my goodness, I missed again, but the jumper is cracked. Green, yo, what am I? Okay, now I've missed 4 shots in a row. Of course, I miss every single wide open shot as soon as I'm like playing unbelievably out of my mind, and then all of a sudden I can't make a shot. That's my team for you. He gets fouled there. He can have 3 free throws, I guess. But Kareem is, I mean, besides these last couple misses, proving why he's the best card in the game. And the fact, even though those last couple misses, like, we're going to get right back on track with him. He's doing absolutely ridiculous things. Again, though, keep in mind, we are going to have these types of cards for the rest of the year. They're going to get easier and easier to attain. There's going to be more and more of them, and they can't get better than this is the other thing. You know what I mean? Like, they've pretty much reached as good as cards can be this year. And so what that produces is, I think the FOMO goes away a lot, because there's going to be more and more of these guys, and they're going to be more and more attainable. And so, yeah, if you play against Kareem and you lose because he's the best card in the game, it's going to be frustrating, right? But at the same time, he's not going to be that overpowered for that long. And honestly, like, I think as great as he looks right now, I think against a high level opponent with a high level team who's really locked in on the defensive end of the court, this Kareem can be stopped just like any other card can. You know what I mean? Like, he's insane. I don't want to sit here and act like he's not, because he is absolutely unbelievable. But I think just like anybody else, he's containable if you're good at the game. So, I don't know. This is a pretty wild gameplay, though. I got to be honest. I mean, he's been just completely and utterly unstoppable this entire quarter. The only times I've missed, I feel like, have been entirely my fault. Like that miss as well, same thing. The only reason I feel like I missed is because either I sucked or RNG shooting. It's just... he's so cracked. Every shot feels open. He hasn't gotten a load up either, which might be one of the more ridiculous things about the card. I mean, this is it's a bit wild. It really is. He's doing spectacular things. That is what I will say. He is doing absolutely spectacular things. And I'd like to get 1 or 2 more spectacular things done here before we call it a gameplay. Dikembe off the bench, man. I feel like Dikembe is almost a must-have. I will say, with the pay-to-win aspects of this game and some of the stuff about it, Dikembe feels like a pretty much must-have card. Just because of how impactful he is. Oh, I'm getting post-hook by Zachary Ricochet. Okay, interesting. That's unique. Dikembe, just his ability at 7'2" with 90-something speed and an incredible jumper and stuff to be a counter to cards like Kareem, for the lower money spent or the no money spent community, or just the people who don't, the 90% of us, not 90%, the 99% of us who aren't going to be able to attain a card like this, or even a lot of the other invincible cards. And I mean, look, there are counters, right? So at the end of the day, is this card completely insane? 100%. Is he a necessity of a card? I will say to that, the answer is no. You know, I mean, you will be just fine without him. Unfortunately, I can't hit anymore. He is getting tired. He's human just like the rest of us, but 20 points, 2 rebounds, and some absolutely ridiculous highlights. This Kareem card is very clearly one of the very best cards in the game. And if we could get one more card, one more bucket with him real quickly, I'd be more than happy to call it a video. One more shot. Oh my gosh, Kareem, 23 points, 2 rebounds, 8 of 14, 7 of 13 from 3. My God, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you are the best card in my team. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.